Tired of the mess and hassle when replacing coolant on your BMW? Well, you are not alone. Today, I'm going to show you a new, easy method to replace the coolant on a BMW without the mess, without raising the vehicle, and without removing any underbody shields. Using just a few simple tools, a flex funnel, a tube, and a controlled hose removal technique, I will guide you through a spill-free coolant drain that saves time and frustration. Welcome to Professor's Garage. Every once in a while, you need to replace your engine coolant to reduce buildup and contaminants and renew its cooling capacity. This is extremely important to the health of your engine. For BMWs without a petcock or drain plug, this job can be messy. Coolant is toxic, and it would be great for you and the environment if you can do it spill-free. In this video, you will not only see how to avoid the usual coolant explosion, but also how to bleed the system properly so your engine won't overheat because of air pockets. Let's dive into it now. Today we are going to replace the engine coolant on this BMW. The standard procedure on this BMW to replace the coolant is to remove the hose, the coolant hose on the lowest point. And in this case, the hose to the water pump is the lowest. And so you need to just remove the hose from the pump. Right? There is a big hose. And if you remove it, coolant will rush out. It's going to go everywhere. That is not what I want to see today. Instead of doing that, I'm going to use a flex funnel and a tube like this to redirect the flow. So there are a couple of things we want to do differently here. One is, of course, to use the flex hose and tube to redirect the flow. And then when you remove the hose there, make sure you don't just remove the whole thing completely, because the coolant is going to rush all out, and even the funnel here will not be able to redirect all the coolant within the short time. The best way to do it is when you remove the hose, just remove it partially, and so that a little bit of coolant will come out, and hopefully you will have time for the coolant to go down the funnel and to the tube, to the catch pan underneath. What you need to do first is to test the fit from the flex funnel to the tube so that you know it's going to have a tight seal to redirect the coolant. Now this is not easy to show, but I'm going to do my best. That's where the water pump is, and that is where we are going to place the funnel under. There are underbody shields down there, and we are going to thread the tube from underneath. Another angle from under the car. Underbody shields are still there. I did not even remove them. Next to the tie rod, I just thread this tube from the bottom. Because of the clearance, you will only be able to put this catch pan under the car. And this is going to catch the coolant. Place this funnel under the water pump. Zip tie it so it's secure under it, and then make sure that this can be secure. Now, depending on your vehicle and the size of the funnel, you can position the funnel differently and may not need zip ties to secure it. Two different scenarios here. You can position the flex funnel securely under the water pump inlet and fasten it in place using a zip tie to prevent movement during the coolant drain. Or you can position the flex funnel by seating it securely into the gaps between the frame and nearby components under water pump. Make sure it fits tightly, and you can reinforce it by hanging a zip tie around it. Loosen the clamp until you can move it aside. Clockwise to tighten and counterclockwise to loosen. Move the clamp aside and disconnect the coolant hose partially. Do not remove the hose completely, or there will be too much coolant coming out. I made this mistake last time. Now let's see if I can give you an even better angle.
So certainly pull the hose in a certain direction so that it goes into the funnel as much as possible.
Okay, looks like coolant has been joined. Again, this is the setup. Allow a small stream of coolant to go down the funnel to the flex spout, then to the clear tube, and finally down to the catch pan. Now we have joined coolant and there is no pressure in the system. We can go ahead to remove the cap.
Remove the funnel. So push the hose all the way in. Re-engage the clamp. And then I'm going to tighten this exactly the way it was.
Now the coolant hose has been reattached and tightened. We can now start to fill coolant. When you fill the coolant, you can open the bleeder valve to help release some air trapped in the system. When air bubbles stop coming out from the valve, you can close it, fill coolant to the max, and proceed with the bleeding procedure. But if you do not open the bleeder valve, it's not the end of the world. The bleeding procedure, which I'm going to show you next, will still take care of it. Make a few turns counterclockwise to open it, and we can start filling the coolant. 50-50 pre-mixed. Now, no more air bubbles. You can close it. You only need to fill it to max, but are overfilled, which will go down after bleeding. Close the cap, and we are going to bleed the system. So inside the car, no foot on the pedal. Do not touch any of the pedals for now. Press start to turn on the accessory mode. Turn off AC for sure. Turn heat all the way to max. The fan is on the lowest setting. Now, press the acceleration pedal all the way to the floor and hold it for 10 seconds. And you will hear the sound, the movement of water from time to time. And this will continue for 10 to 15 minutes. The bleeding procedure is over. Open the cap. The level has gone down after bleeding, but still way above max. Let's remove some coolant. I had this 500cc fluid extractor from Thorstone as a test unit. Coolant level good at max. Now I'm going to start the engine and make sure that there is no coolant leak. All looks good and sounds great. In the end, I collected over a gallon of coolant. Again, it's toxic, so make sure you recycle it properly. In the next few days, monitor your coolant temperature. Make sure it stays below 120 Celsius. Otherwise, check your coolant level and bleed the system again. And there you have it. No mess, no hassle, just a clean coolant replacement on your BMW. I hope this new method helps you keep your ride in top shape without the usual frustrations. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more practical car care tips right here at Professor's Garage. If Professor can do it, you can do it. And as always, stay dirty, stay safe. Until next time, may the Lord bless you and give you peace. 平安。